Why does a car ride thrill one person but make another queasy? Why can some people laugh through every twist and turn, while others grip the seat, counting down the minutes until it's over? It's a question that's puzzled families and friends for generations. The answer lies deep within our biology and genetics. Our bodies are wired in unique ways, and even small differences in our DNA can shape how we experience the world around us, including how we handle motion. Some people breeze through winding roads, feeling only excitement and joy as the scenery blurs past, while others, like me as a child, dreaded every turn, bucket at the ready, hoping the ride would end soon. For us, even a short trip could feel like a marathon. It's not about weakness or willpower, it's about how our brains process movement and conflicting signals from our senses. The real culprit? A sensory mismatch. Your inner ear tells your brain you're moving, but your eyes, focused on the inside of a car, insist you're still. This confusion can overwhelm your system. For some, the brain shrugs off this confusion, quickly adapting and moving on. For others, it triggers a cascade of symptoms: nausea, sweating, dizziness, and sometimes even vomiting. It can feel impossible to ignore. This isn't just a childhood annoyance, it's a real physiological puzzle that scientists are still working to fully understand. The same car, boat, or amusement park ride can feel completely different, depending on your brain's unique wiring and how your senses communicate. Understanding this unfairness is the first step to managing motion sickness. There are strategies and solutions that can help, but it starts with knowing it's not your fault. So next time you envy the sibling reading in the back seat, remember, it's all in the signals your brain receives, not a matter of toughness or attitude. And for those who suffer, you're not alone. Your biology just interprets the ride differently. With understanding and support, you can find ways to make the journey a little easier. Age is a major factor. Kids between 2 and 12 are most at risk, as their sensory systems are still learning to sync up. After 12, many outgrow it, but not everyone is so lucky. Women are nearly twice as likely as men to get motion sick, likely due to hormonal fluctuations. Symptoms can worsen during certain times in the menstrual cycle or pregnancy. This isn't just trivia, it matters when planning trips, especially for families. Biology, not willpower, shapes who gets sick and when. So if you're the one reaching for the sick bag, remember, it's not your fault. Our bodies are complex, and motion sickness is just one way that complexity shows up. Genetics play a huge role in how we experience the world around us, especially when it comes to motion sickness. Our DNA is like a blueprint, quietly shaping how our bodies respond to movement, even before we ever set foot in a car, boat, or plane. If your parents got motion sick, chances are you will too. It often runs in families, passed down from one generation to the next, sometimes without us even realizing it. In fact, up to 70% of your risk is inherited, thanks to a mix of genes affecting your inner ear and brain. These genes influence how your body senses motion and processes conflicting signals, making some people much more sensitive than others. But genes aren't destiny. Experience matters just as much. The environment you grow up in, and the experiences you have, can shape how your body reacts to motion over time. Sailors, pilots, and drivers often adapt over time. Their brains learn to ignore the confusing signals. With repeated exposure, the brain can actually rewire itself to handle motion better. This process, called habituation, can turn even the queasiest landlubber into a seasoned traveler. It's a gradual transformation, but it's real and it's possible for almost anyone. That's why you might get sick as a passenger but feel fine when driving. The brain likes being in control. When you're behind the wheel, your brain can better predict and manage the motion, reducing those mixed-up signals. So while you can't change your DNA, you can train your brain to handle motion better. Simple strategies like focusing on the horizon or practicing relaxation techniques can make a big difference. It's a mix of nature and nurture. Genetics load the gun, but experience pulls the trigger. Both play a part in shaping your journey. If you're struggling, remember, adaptation is possible. You're not alone. And many people have overcome motion sickness with patience and practice. With time and exposure, many people find their symptoms improve. Each trip is a step toward building your brain's resilience. You're not doomed by your genes. Your brain can learn, adapt, and help you enjoy the ride. Motion sickness isn't just for cars and boats. Even astronauts, the ultimate explorers, can fall victim to it. In fact, space travel has revealed just how universal this phenomenon really is. In the weightlessness of space, the inner ear loses its sense of up and down, leaving the brain without its usual reference points. This sensory confusion can be overwhelming, often leading to intense nausea, dizziness, and disorientation for astronauts as their bodies struggle to adapt. If even highly trained astronauts can get motion sick, it's clear that no one is truly immune. Back on Earth, technology has introduced a new twist. Virtual reality has given rise to a modern form of motion sickness known as cybersickness. VR headsets trick your eyes into seeing movement and action all around you, while your body remains perfectly still, creating a powerful disconnect between what you see and what you feel. This sensory conflict can leave users feeling queasy, dizzy, or even give them headaches, symptoms that mirror traditional motion sickness. The effects can linger, making some people wary of using VR for long periods. Just like feeling queasy on a boat or in a car, cybersickness is a reminder of how sensitive our senses are to mixed signals. Developers and scientists are working hard to reduce these effects, experimenting with new designs and smarter software. But our ancient brains, shaped by millions of years of evolution, are still catching up to the rapid pace of new technology. From the depths of space to the digital worlds we create, motion sickness keeps finding new ways to challenge us and push our limits. Whether you're floating in zero gravity or exploring cyberspace, the struggle with motion sickness is real, and it's not going away anytime soon. Knowing your risk factors lets you plan ahead and take control. Choose your seat wisely: front seat in cars, over the wings on planes, midship on boats. Look out the window and focus on the horizon to help your senses agree. Eat a light snack before traveling, nothing too heavy or greasy. Stay hydrated but skip sugary or fizzy drinks. Ginger or peppermint can help settle your stomach. For kids, preparation is key. Plan breaks and keep supplies handy. Motion sickness isn't new, it's shaped human travel for centuries. With the right strategies, you can turn dread into confidence. You can't always avoid motion sickness, but you can outsmart it.